Belize is highly susceptible to the disproportionate effects of climate change. It is scored at number 8 by the World Bank in terms of vulnerability to climate change. CEO in the Ministry of Economic Development, Dr. Osmond Martinez, describes the villagers of Monkey River as the first refugees of climate change. The Belize Green Climate Fund Country Program launched today is a plan to address just that.
Climate change has a mega appetite to the point that it has swallowed Monkey River. It's swallowing the coastal areas from Corozal to Punta Gorda, but it's also affecting our productive sector, our service sector, our tourism sector, infrastructural sector, all layers of our economy. GCF country program 2022-2026 is very important because it's the roadmap on projects that will need to be implemented through climate finance, and more important, all the projects that are within the GCF country program were endorsed by GCF. So that's a comparative advantage that we are having in terms of moving forward to access climate finance.
The mandate of the GCF is to empower developing nations to fight against climate crisis. Leroy Martinez is the focal point for the Green Climate Fund in Belize under the ministry.
Well, as the national designated authority, we were appointed by Cabinet in 2015. Our main mandate is to create that environment so that we can capitalize in accessing climate finance from the Green Climate Fund. The Green Climate Fund has several funding windows. They provide grants, concessionary loans, guarantees, and equities. At the end of the day, this funding, you can use it to either adapt or mitigate.
Director of the Climate Finance Unit, Carlos Paul, says that the launch of the Belize GCF program is the start of the engagement with the largest climate financing facility for projects in mitigation and adaptation.
What we have with the country program is that we have identified specific projects and pipeline projects. So our role of my unit, of the Climate Finance Unit, and the overall Ministry of Economic Development is to work along with all stakeholders. And I mean all, I mean the private sector who have not been able to be in power with us. I think it's time for us to bring everybody, civil society, NGOs, for example. This session will continue this afternoon. Once you have an idea, once you have a concept, let's go. I mean, our role is for us to review it and ensure to provide that capacity that is needed for us to build a very good and solid project proposal that would really be financed by GCF.
And no project is too small or too big?
Oh, no, definitely. No project is too small, no project is too big. Once it's achieved, once it helps us to address the impact of climate change, we are there to support.
Back in 2022, the government of Belize was able to begin the rollout of Resilient Rural Belize, a multi-million-dollar project under GCF that has helped to build the capacity of various sectors, including agriculture, infrastructure, and energy.
We have what is the ongoing projects. Then we will look at the projects that are approved, but we haven't received any disbursement as yet, and the projects that are proposed. So for example, the projects that are ongoing is equivalent to about a 24 million Belize dollars, US, so 48 million Belize. And then for the projects that are approved but haven't been disbursed, that we're hoping that it will be disbursed this year, it is around 32 million US dollars, so around $64 million. But what we have learned is that whether we submit projects, it takes the same energy to develop small projects and large projects. The only thing is the outcome of the projects.
The Protected Areas Conservation Trust is an accredited agency for the GCF that can access up to $10 million in grants for environmental projects. The Caribbean Community Climate Change Center, headquartered in Belize, can support initiatives of up to $50 million. Other entities, such as the Development Finance Corporation and the Social Investment Fund, are also being considered for accreditation. Dwayne Moody for News 5.